Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to the first episode of Vadim's Got a Theory. Today's theory has to do with the topic du jour, coronavirus. I don't know if any of you have heard, this was like a right-wing theory that came out about how the coronavirus was actually manufactured by the Chinese as a way of spreading it around the world and all of that. And, I for one, am very, very glad that theory got no traction, because the Chinese would never do anything like that. The Chinese want to beat the West, specifically America, fair and square, economically. And they are taking great pride in eventually becoming the biggest economy during this century and on and on. But my theory is, when you look around the world, what country is it that wants to think of itself as number one, but could never really achieve that economically or otherwise? My old home, Russia. Especially now under the leadership of Vladimir Putin, otherwise known as the little dick of Europe, who today, by the way, passed a law, or actually had one of the MPs in the Russian government, a woman by the name of Valentina Tereshkova, who was actually one of the first women astronauts, if not possibly the first woman cosmonaut. So she decided to slip into a larger bill that basically, allow anyone to keep running for the position of president, obviously applying it to him. So this, gives him basically the ability of being a czar. My only hope is that he meets the same fate as the last czar. That really worked out well for the Romanovs, so maybe we can have the same happy ending. But anyway, the Russians took a look around, and they realized that Putin knows, in his heart of hearts, he knows that, he's got a third-rate country. And if it wasn't for nuclear weapons, there'd be nothing. But he's got oil and he's got all of this other stuff, and he just wants to wreak havoc. And the Russians have also shown an affinity for using, for loving to play with chemicals, whether they be radiological, biological, whatever. They're good. They've got scientists. They don't have any morals or ethics, but they've got scientists. So they whipped this shit up. They looked around and they said, oh, well, America's obviously enemy number one. And hey, they've got the shale guys. We really got to destroy that shit, because that's really messing with our oil. Because Russia can't produce anything other than what's already in its ground. Other than vodka, what else does Russia export? Oil, lumber, minerals, raw shit, the cheap shit, the shit that everything else is made from. So they know. And the fucked up thing is, Russia has a lot of really, really smart people. But these people, if given the opportunity to either work hard and long and accomplish something, or take a shortcut, screw someone over, and, hey, maybe end up in jail, maybe not, but hey, it'll be fun, they'll take option 2 every time. So Russia looked around, said, we got to fuck America, okay? But, we've made these deals with the Chinese, but we know they think that they're number one in the deal, which, they are. But we got to, put them in their place too. So why don't we create this virus? Drop it. Those wet markets in Asia, have you been to one of them? I've been to a lot of them. I bought food there. I bought food that I cooked later. I bought food that I've eaten there. Fuck, how I'm still alive in retrospect. Anyway, hotbed of viral, just natural shit show. Drop it there and then just wait. You're dropping it into a wet market in a closed society, so they're not really gonna, let the word get out. They're gonna try to contain it. They knew what the Chinese would do, because they would do the same thing. Right now, 2 months, 3 months now maybe, after the virus first was noted, Russia has said they've had 2 cases and both have recovered. I don't know. I'm not buying it, you know? So, that's the first episode of Fadim's Got a Theory. Hope you liked it. Stay tuned. There's more.